The film opens with a tense and chaotic scene where Pearl Prophet, a cyborg, and her companion are fleeing from Fender Tremolo and his ruthless gang of pirates in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a deadly plague. As they attempt to escape, Pearl's friend bravely confronts the attackers but is brutally killed, leaving Pearl to fend for herself. In a desperate bid for survival, she manages to evade capture momentarily, but Fender's gang ultimately overpowers her. Just as the situation seems hopeless, Gibson Rickenbacker, Jean-Claude Van Damme, arrives on the scene, determined to rescue Pearl. However, despite his martial arts skills and fierce determination, he is unable to prevent her abduction. Fender captures Pearl and takes her to Atlanta, where her vital knowledge about the plague's cure can be exploited. This sets the stage for Gibson's relentless pursuit of Fender and his gang as he vows to save Pearl and confront the evil that threatens humanity. The brutal onslaught begins as Fender Tremolo and his gang launch a devastating attack on a village, setting it ablaze and leaving destruction in their wake. Amidst the chaos, Gibson Rickenbacker arrives just in time to confront the aftermath of the carnage. In the midst of the burning ruins, he discovers Nadie Simmons, Deborah Richter, a survivor of Fender's attack, and quickly rescues her from the clutches of danger. As they find refuge, Gibson is haunted by memories of his past life. He reflects on the family he once protected, recalling how Fender had mercilessly killed his wife and children during a previous encounter. This tragic loss weighs heavily on him, especially as he remembers that one of the children, a girl named Haley, was taken by Fender and forced into his gang. These painful recollections fuel Gibson's desire for revenge against Fender, driving him to confront the man who not only destroyed his family, but now threatens humanity with his ruthless ambitions. Gibson Rickenbacker and Nadie Simmons make their way through a desolate forest on their mission to rescue Pearl Prophet. They encounter a group of ruthless pirates led by Fender Tremolo. The tension escalates as the gang ambushes them, but Gibson and Nadie quickly spring into action, showcasing their combat skills in a fierce battle. With a combination of martial arts and quick thinking, they manage to take down the pirates one by one, demonstrating their determination and resourcefulness. However, amidst the chaos, Gibson is reminded of his tragic past. He reflects on the loss of his family at the hands of Fender and the pain of having his wife and children killed, with one of them taken captive by Fender during a previous attack. This haunting memory fuels his resolve to not only rescue Pearl, but also to seek vengeance against the man who has caused him so much suffering. Their victory over the pirates solidifies their partnership as they continue their perilous journey toward Atlanta, where Pearl's fate hangs in the balance. As the sun sets on a desolate beach, Nadie Simmons and Gibson Rickenbacker find a moment of respite after their harrowing journey to rescue Pearl Prophet. Sitting together on the sand, the atmosphere shifts from tense to intimate as Nadie attempts to break the emotional barriers between them. In a bold move, she opens her shirt, revealing her breasts in an attempt to tempt Gibson and draw him closer, seeking to ignite a spark amidst the chaos surrounding them. However, Gibson remains focused on their mission and his haunting memories of loss, recalling the tragic day when Fender Tremolo's gang killed his wife and children, leaving him with nothing but grief and a thirst for revenge. As night falls, the flickering stars above serve as a backdrop to their complex relationship, Nadie's desire for connection clashing with Gibson's determination to avenge his family and save Pearl, creating an emotional tension that underscores their perilous journey in a world filled with danger and despair. The tension escalates during the ambush at the shore as Gibson Rickenbacker desperately attempts to rescue his daughter, Haley, and Pearl Prophet from the clutches of the ruthless Fender Tremolo and his gang. As Gibson approaches the scene, he is filled with determination but faces overwhelming odds. Just when it seems he might succeed, Pearl reveals a shocking twist. She has been playing a long game, tricking Fender into believing she would willingly go to Atlanta with him. She explains that she has a plan to use the advanced mechanisms in Atlanta to kill Fender during their confrontation, demonstrating her resourcefulness and strategic thinking. However, as the chaos unfolds, Nadie Simmons suddenly faints from exhaustion and distress, prompting Gibson to carry her in a desperate bid for safety. With danger closing in, he navigates through a dark tunnel, evading Fender's men while grappling with the weight of his past losses and the urgency of their escape. This harrowing sequence not only highlights Gibson's resolve to protect those he cares about, but also sets the stage for a climactic showdown against Fender, as they race against time to thwart his plans and reclaim their lives. As Gibson Rickenbacker and Nady Simmons escape from Fender Tremolo's camp through a dark tunnel, they emerge into the open grassland, adrenaline pumping as they run for their lives with Fender's gang hot on their heels. The tension escalates as the pirates close in, forcing Gibson to confront them head-on in a fierce battle. He fights valiantly, taking down several of Fender's men with his impressive combat skills, but soon finds himself overwhelmed by their sheer numbers. Just when it seems that hope is lost, Fender arrives on the scene, ready to assert his dominance. In a brutal confrontation, he delivers a punishing blow to Gibson, leaving him battered and vulnerable. Fender then cruelly crucifies Gibson on a cross, a symbolic act of humiliation and defeat. As Fender and his gang leave him to suffer, Gibson's daughter, Haley, watches helplessly from a distance, her eyes filled with fear and concern for her father. While he is on the cross, flashbacks offer glimpses of Gibson's tragic past. Once a family man, he was betrayed during a raid led by Fender. In a harrowing scene, Fender murders Gibson's wife and leaves him for dead, while his young daughter reaches out for him in vain as she is taken away. These haunting memories drive Gibson's every step, fueling his quest for vengeance. As Gibson sits slumped against a shattered cross in the middle of a desolate wasteland, the weight of his memories crashes down on him. The haunting vision of his family, their screams, his daughter's outstretched hand, and the cruel laughter of Fender floods his mind, breaking his spirit. His hands tremble as he grips the base of the cross, his breaths ragged with despair, ready to give up the fight. Just then, Nady appears, her silhouette outlined against the dim light of dusk. Without a word, she kneels beside him, her eyes filled with determination. She presses a blade into his hand, its handle warm from her grip. "Get up," she urges, her voice firm yet gentle. "You can't let him win, not again." Her unwavering resolve stirs something within Gibson. He clutches the knife, not for vengeance alone, but for survival, for hope, and for the memory of what he's lost. Gibson and Nady set off on a treacherous journey toward Atlanta, resolute in their mission to thwart Fender Tremolo and his gang from unleashing further chaos upon the world. As they navigate the desolate wastelands, the atmosphere is thick with tension, yet an unexpected bond of trust begins to form between them amidst the peril. Their path is fraught with danger, as Fender's gang relentlessly pursues them, launching vicious ambushes at every turn. Each encounter is brutal, marked by the clash of blades and the thud of fists, echoing the harsh reality of survival in this unforgiving landscape. Fueled by vengeance and haunted by his tragic past, Gibson proves to be a relentless force, dispatching Fender's thugs with a mix of calculated precision and raw fury, while Nady stands valiantly by his side, her determination unwavering. As they draw closer to Atlanta, the confrontations grow increasingly desperate and violent, culminating in a fierce showdown at the heart of the city. Fender, embodying merciless cruelty, faces off against Gibson in an epic battle where savage blows are exchanged, pushing both warriors to their physical limits. Fender's taunts and brutal assaults only serve to intensify Gibson's rage. In a climactic moment filled with raw emotion and adrenaline, Gibson summons every ounce of strength within him, ultimately delivering a decisive blow that ends Fender's reign of terror once and for all. Exhausted and battered but victorious, Gibson stands amidst the aftermath of their fierce struggle. Although he has completed his mission, the scars, both physical and emotional, remain as haunting reminders of the hellish journey he has endured. When we end our recap, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for your support. Creating these movie recaps is no easy task. It requires a lot of time and effort to ensure that I capture the essence of each film while keeping it engaging for you. Your encouragement through watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing truly motivates me to continue sharing these cinematic journeys with you. If you enjoyed this recap and want to see more in the future, I kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel. Your support not only helps me grow, but also inspires me to keep bringing you the best movie content possible. Thank you for being a part of this adventure, and I look forward to sharing more exciting recaps with you soon. Glowing Star Movie Camera.